Hi guys, today we're going to talk about reflection in a mirror. This part, you've already seen it at some point when we saw a reflection. We have our mirror and we have an angle of incidence, so light's going to hit the mirror and then it's going to bounce back. And it happens to be that the angle of incidence and the angle of reflection are exactly the same. So for example, if our angle of incidence was 50 degrees, then our angle of reflection will also be 50 degrees. So that's pretty simple to see. But also, we could be given the angle that the mirror and the light have. So in this case, if the light hits the mirror with a 20-degree angle between the mirror and the ray, then we know in here that we got our 20 degrees, but we also need to, and you can see our normal line in here, and our mirror and our normal line will make a 90-degree angle. So to get our angle of incidence, the only thing that we have to see is 90 and what's missing from 90, so from 20, so we can get the 90, and that's actually 70 degrees. So that's our angle of incidence, and our angle of reflection then will be 70 degrees. Or we could say that our angle of reflection right there is 70 degrees. Okay, pretty good. So now let's go to an example. We have an angle of incidence of 30 degrees now, and we have now a couple of mirrors. So the light's hitting the mirror with an angle of incidence of 30 degrees, so that's our angle in there. With a normal line, that's 30 degrees. So it means that the angle of reflection in there will be 30 degrees as well. But that light is getting reflected on the first mirror, but it's going to bounce back into the second mirror. So there's a couple of things that we have to see in here, and as you can see, we have a 50-degree angle between both mirrors. So that's interesting to see, because if you notice now, what we have in here is that we have ourselves a triangle. And if you remember, the internal angles of a triangle must add up to 180. So from here, with a normal line, our first mirror, we know that that angle in there is 90 degrees. So what's missing from 90 and that 30 is a 60-degree angle. So that's 90. So if we have 60 and 50 degrees in there, we have 110 in total. And from 180, we're missing 70 degrees. So we now have our triangle. So from there, we can calculate the angle of incidence on the second mirror from the reflection on the first mirror. So 70 to get to 90, I'm missing 20 degrees with my normal line. So that means that our angle of reflection will be 20 degrees. And pretty much that's it, 20 degrees. There we go. Well, I hope this helped, and I will see you tomorrow in class. Have a great day.